collectively, we are about to change the face of martial arts. And we're about to shine the light on all these unsung heroes and these African-American pioneers of martial arts that didn't get the credit that they deserved in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, into the new millennium. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm spearheading the fact that my fathers and my father's peers and his teachers and their students don't be unseen. I come from a lineage of actual real-life superheroes.
Okay.
Real life, I grew up hearing stories and training at 4 or 5 years old with Ofadishi Bakari. You know what I'm saying? So, me 5, 6, 7 years old, seeing him and hearing my dad, or both my fathers and my dad's students talk about, because his nickname was Superman.
Right.
Worked out forever. Him and my dad, they would call him Superman. So growing up, that was the inspiration for me. If it wasn't for, besides my father, but if it wasn't for my father's validating and vouching for Ofadishi Bakari, calling him Superman because of his training ethics, that's what pushed me at 9, 10 years old, knowing that I gotta be better. And not to say that I am better, because every day is a training, learning process in martial arts. But it just pushed me to do the extra, go the extra mile, put the extra in attitude in the martial arts, put my extra fire spirit into it. That's what pushed me from, you're only solid as what you stand on. So that's how I feel that me and my family and everyone that we've taught are basically, we are the best.
Yes.
In the sense of, in my DJ Khaled voice, we're the best. We're the best. Ain't no way, because we're standing on top of the most grounded foundation of martial arts. The African-American pioneers of martial arts. Not only did they have to train martial arts and learn it, but they had to learn it in a time where they had to learn martial arts to survive. This is the civil rights era. So they weren't just training for their own personal growth of learning martial arts. They had to train martial arts because they had to defend themselves off of racism and prejudice.
Okay.
We're standing on something that's so solid, it's full of substance, and it's tangible, because in Ganga, Corona, Ofadishi, my father, Ofadishi Tayari, my father, Ofadishi Vita, these are the brothers who actually pioneered the martial arts back in the day. Like, my father was the first Kung Fu fighter in America, like literally the first one. In 1971, Chuck Norris had to hire him to be on his full contact. At that time, was the actual first official mixed martial art tournament in 1971.
Okay.
Pick my dad as the very first person to fight all throughout the world. In 1970, this was before I was born. I was born in 72, but he flew England, Puerto Rico, all over the world fighting these mixed martial arts full contact fights. They didn't have mouth guards. They didn't have pads. This was fighting. So, this is the lineage that I come from. So I grew up hearing all these stories from my dad, and then my thing was like always, I gotta be better than them because I'm the next generation. Like I always tell my dad, and I was telling my dad, be like, yeah, y'all the bad, y'all dope as y'all dope, but you know what? I'm the upgraded HD version. Like I'm upgraded, and I got the HD version. I got a terabyte of RAM in me, and I'm working like 30,000 terabytes of hard drive space.
Yeah.
Like, my energy, so it's like, and it's not to take anything away from me, because my dad is the one, when I step on, every time I've ever competed, my dad runs through my brain. Right before I start my first movement, I think of them in that same position, and judges looking at them, and I think like, I gotta represent for them, because my dad killed the game in martial arts. Ofadishi Vita was undefeated for years, and even the so-called so-called times that he supposedly had taken second place, it was dealing with the politics, the racial politics or the prejudicial politics in the martial art industry. I can honestly say my dad ain't never lost to nobody. No fighting or forms of weapons or anything. If there was a second place or anything else, that shit was cheating because my dad has always been the people's favorite. To tell you that you're the best, it don't make a difference if them 5 judges standing in front of you anyway. I've competed in plenty of competitions and people the crowd have booed the judges because they gave it to somebody else who was popular at the time because of sponsorship of the tournament. So, my thing is that it's about really telling the true story of martial arts. And the Crown of the King is one of the first series. To me, this is a martial art version of Legend of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
The Crown of the King. This is how I look at it. It's talking about